You're here, I'm pleased. I really feel your company. Your style, your smile, your pace mentality. Lord, have mercy on me. I was blind, now I can see what a king's supposed to be.
Excuse me, miss. I was in the waiting room when you gave your testimony. And what I realized is that we have an enemy in common. While you were being called to the office again, I was being put out the only home I've ever known. While you were shaking with anxiety and fear over something no one ever wants to hear, I was shaking in dread. Because we all know what happens to little girls that have no home and no one to claim them. I think our souls passed each other by. See, my soul left me a long time ago in a dingy motel room, ripped away by brutal force. It fled, unable to find its way back home.
Historical people, who would you want in your seat and why?
Wow. I guess because I'm different. You know, I'm not really starstruck. And so it would be hard to really pinpoint anybody in particular. First person that just came to my mind, you know, I mean, if I had an opportunity to cut Denzel, you know, I would.
That's a good one.
I'd do that.
That would be a dope conversation.
Exactly.
How important is diversity in your work, considering you grew up in a bilingual, bicultural home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important. I think at this point, just in society, there's just so much diversity. You know, whether it be in language, whether it be in your upbringing, whether it be, you know, whatever that is. And so I think growing up in, you know, a bilingual household as well as really a bicultural, despite the fact that, you know, my parents are you know, both of Hispanic descent, but growing up in two different cultures of, you know, very traditional values in the home and very different, and sometimes similar values, right, outside of the home, but in different ways, right?
Yeah.
And so,
He tests those whom he loves. I pray he continues to love me till my death. I pray he continues testing me and testing me and testing me until I have no questions left. Until I can ingest knowledge and choke on lies and spit out truth with every breath. But you see, until love for what he loves and hate for what he hates is the only thing that's left within my chest. I know that I will constantly fight to love what's right because I was created with a heart that sits slightly to the left. But I'm okay with that. Because I always knew and always know that he knows exactly what is best. You see, he knew that it would only be a matter of time before I would open my eyes and finally realize that I needed to look deep down inside and pull out the divide so that my heart and my mind would collide and learn to work together.
What's going on? What's going on, my good people, online community? We are back like we never left for another powerful, insightful episode of Ordinary Conversations with Extraordinary People. I am your host with the most, Willie Beeman. I'm excited for this episode today. This came through a connection. Shout out to Ty Mitchell, who works with Frostbank. She made the connection, allowing us to come together. I believe it's all about community and building partnerships. And so I'm excited to what this dialogue and conversation shall be. Without further ado, give her introduction. She is the founder of She Is Chosen, a nonprofit empowering girls ages 10 to 17 to embrace self-worth, confidence, and God-given identity. She leads impactful mentorship programs, interactive workshops, and creative resources rooted in faith, emotional wellness, and personal development. She also offers practical strategies to help young girls strengthen self worth, walk boldly, and pursue their God given purpose. And without further ado, she is a warm and authentic speaker known for sharing her personal journey of faith and resilience. Online community, in person family. Let's give a warm welcome to the one and only Miss Amber Campbell.
Hello. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes.
You reading that and I was like, oh, is that me?
Yes, that is you. That is you. Glad to have you. How's everything going? How's your week going? How you feeling?
Pretty good. I've been excited about this all week, so I'm really excited to have a conversation with you.
Yeah,
Hmm
good stuff. Good stuff. I always like to kick off the show, setting the framework of allowing our guests to kind of walk us through their journey of how they grew up, where they came from, their upbringing, how that kind of shaped and molded them to the woman or man they are today. So, kind of walk
Okay.
us through that journey.
Okay. I would say as a child, I was like always the really quiet one. I was not, I feel like I didn't know my voice. I hadn't found my voice. So I was just the quiet observer.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really um, want to ruffle feathers. I've always wanted to be the person that was there for people,
Mm.
not necessarily need anything from anyone. So that can
Yes.
be a good or bad
Yeah, they can be.
thing.
Yeah, they can be toss up. It's true.
Which has taught me to be like very resilient, and has taught me to just really learn more about me and learn about, I was very observant, so I seen like how other people act,
Yeah.
and I was able to act accordingly to as far as I would just be like, okay, I would want to be like this or I wouldn't want to be like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of shaped how I became. I kind of shrunk myself because I was scared to be myself,
Mm.
which is a
Yeah.
lot of issues with people if they don't learn how to shape themselves, and grow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
I totally agree.
Hmm
It's something that you said, mentioning being a help to other people, but also shrinking yourself. And what I'm hearing, I hear the word boundaries.
mm
Uh, Sometimes it's good to help those in need, those we love, those we care about. At the same time, I believe it's also important to set boundaries for our personal selves as well, to make sure we're not overstimulating, ourselves when we're going after careers or doing certain things. I think it's good to have that that halfway mark. I'm here
hmm
to help you, but it's only so much that I can
Right.
give out and
And
pour.
I didn't know boundaries.
Yeah,
I didn't. I think that's something that you definitely have to learn.
of course.
Because it's like, okay, if I grew up in a family where it was like, okay, if family needed you, you're there. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It's like, okay, family needs you, we're gonna show up.
Yeah,
And especially because not everyone would show up. There was like, I feel like my mom, she's like very reliable. She's always that person that's just like, okay, family needs me, I'm gonna be there. So
yeah,
I learned that,
gotcha. Makes sense.
and it's not necessarily the best thing because like you're like you said, you don't know those boundaries, and it's like, okay, at what expense am I being there for other people?
Yes, yes. Well said. Well said.
Hmm
You mentioned your mother. My mother's the same way. She been like that her entire life, man. Always being there for people, doing this, doing that. How can I help? Showing up for those that she loves and care about, but at the same time, she's empty and she's not being refilled and restored because she's been like that her entire life. And I'm
hmm
trying to help her understand that now. Like, mama, you need to you slow down,
Yeah.
a little bit, take some time for yourself, take care of yourself. We was talking about next year getting some, massages done, just
hmm
self-care, making
Yes.
sure that you're mentally, and emotionally strong as well. So now I definitely
hmm
can agree with that. Walk us through studying your bio, you being from New Jersey.
Yes.
What was that like growing up in New Jersey and making that transition?
Um, well, to me, it was normal because I don't know what it's like to grow up in Texas. So, growing up in Jersey, so my mom is a teacher, and I went to the schools that she was teaching at. So, she was a teacher of like special needs education.
Yeah.
So I would see, like, I would go to her classroom and like be in her classroom sometimes and just observe when I didn't want to be in class.
Right, right.
My dad, he owns a car dealership.
Wow. Still
And
to this day?
yes, yeah.
Wow.
So my mom's still a teacher. She doesn't know how to retire. She's one like you were saying how your mom, you need to
Yeah.
teach her how to rest. My mom doesn't know how to rest. She has to stay busy. So to this day, both of them are still working. My dad owns a car dealership in Philly. So
Wow.
my family, they grew up in Philly. So I pretty much grew up in Philly and Jersey because I've never lived in Philly, but we're like so close. Jersey and Philly, that's why I lived in South Jersey.
Mm.
So it's the equivalent of like, I guess DFW, like Fort Worth and
In
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah,
So,
gotcha.
but a little bit closer. So I was like maybe 35, 40 minutes from Philly.
From Philly. Yeah,
hmm
gotcha.
So I feel like growing up in that area, like um, it was pretty much a mixed area. A lot of mostly black people, but it was a mixed area. Learning to have tough skin
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's not for the weak to
Gotcha.
live coming up in a family where they didn't necessarily know how to like show their emotions or show that love. They more so, okay, if I'm a provider, this is how I love you.
Mm,
So
yeah,
knowing what that meant and
yeah.
learning people's like love
Love
languages was
languages,
just a
yeah,
little difficult because I'm like, okay, me as a kid, I'm like, I love everybody. I just want to be loved. I was that very like sentimental, sensitive kid,
yeah.
and I couldn't handle like the toughness of like my family growing up in Philly. Like that was a lot for me.
Mm,
So I've always felt like I was different.
wow.
And I felt like I'm like, so my sister would be like, "You're adopted," you know.
My
You
God.
know how older siblings do. They're like, because
Yeah.
you're different, so you're just automatically adopted.
Wow.
So, but I wasn't. I'm fine.
How many siblings are there?
I have two other siblings. So I'm the youngest. My brother is the oldest. He's 14 years older than me. And then my sister is the middle child, and she is 3 years older than me.
Gotcha, gotcha.
hmm
How were those relationships with your siblings?
Well, my brother, he more so he wasn't in the house like that much because he had already started his family at a young age. So I was more so close to his children.
Gotcha.
So I grew up with his kids more so because he was already a teenager and like older teenager. So out in his
Yeah, doing
world or
this, yeah,
whatever.
doing this
So me and my
thing.
sister were a little bit closer, but as far as close as an age, but we still had our own friends and everything like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I guess I can say where you are now with your brand and your nonprofit. Do you feel like you gain a lot of qualities from your mother and father, considering being in education and also being this entrepreneur?
Absolutely. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because as far as my dad, like I've always known because of him, I wanted to own a business. I didn't know what that business would be.
Right, right.
I didn't necessarily want to go into car dealership
Yeah, I know a lot of
because
friends in that industry. It's not for the weak,
it's
but
not. And I'm just like I said, I wasn't built for like the way how Philly moved. I wasn't built for that. So but yeah, so I've learned like that business mindset from my dad. To always want to work for yourself, not want to work for anybody else. So that's always been a dream of mine. And
yeah.
I did, like I said, I didn't know what business I would own. I just knew I was going to be a business owner some way, somehow. So here we are. But as far as my mom and being a teacher, I've definitely gained those qualities from her of just wanting to spread like my joy, my love, and like really have that concern and really look at the student or the person for
Yeah,
who they are and where they are rather than trying to brush over their feelings or just being more in tune with their emotions.
yeah,
Yeah, being that gentle person.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's kind of me too. Um, being that gentle person, being a safe space for certain people, and just giving them an area to where they can share it and vent and all those different things. And so
hmm
I've always been that person too to show empathy, towards people because you just never know what people are experiencing or going through. Um, we've had trainings here, even with our staff, and what we've seen different incidents occur. And so it shows us how to handle those if they were, to occur again. But I've always been that person to, you know, be joyful. To always have a kind heart. To always keep a smile on my face. And
Yes.
most people tell when they when they come in here, I always keeping that smile. But no, I definitely can agree. My parents were similar as well. I think a lot of qualities I've gained from my mother and father is being that person, never being afraid of, I guess, the stage in regards to doing stuff like this,
Mm.
or speaking, or just different avenues when it comes to being yourself. And I think I learned a lot of those qualities from
Mm.
my mother and father. Both bubbly people, both have great personalities, and so yeah, I definitely can agree with that. Shout out to the to our parents, man, who have raised us to get to where we are
Yes, yes.
today. Let's get into uh, She Is Chosen.
Mhm.
Walk us through that journey. What was the inspiration behind that, and where you are today with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So She Is Chosen was absolutely birthed by God. It was a vision that He gave me because I was on my healing and self love journey. And I realized that I didn't really love myself as much as I thought I did.
Yeah.
I was pretty much kind of shielding, or I had built a barrier to where I thought it was love, but it wasn't.
Mm.
And I allowed other people to treat me however they see my value,
Mm-hmm.
which is never good.
Yeah, it's true.
It's never good. So God gave me this vision, um, and I didn't know exactly where it was going to go. I didn't know. When God gives you a vision, it's like, okay, God, I hear you, but what does that mean? What
Yeah,
are we doing?
yeah,
Um, so he reminded me of this vision that I had when I was younger, of kind of like I seen a building, and it was like a safe space for kids to come, and it was like a familiar like corner that I seen the building at.
mm.
In my mind it was in Jersey because I was going to be in Jersey all my life.
Yeah,
So, but it was like a familiar place, and God reminded me of that place where like I just see like kids coming and just being themselves and being open. So as I prayed more about it, I was asking God, okay, what does this look like? So it birthed into it being a nonprofit for girls. It took me a while to figure out what age group I wanted to do because I was like, okay, if I teach girls the importance of self love and self worth,
mm.
I want to get them as early as possible. Because I remember me as young as like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8, like feeling that first bit of rejection
Yeah,
as a
yeah. As a
child in
child, yeah,
elementary school. Like you're rejected by other kids, you're rejected by adults that you don't really know. So feeling that rejection so early, it definitely shapes you.
mm.
It shapes your mind. It shapes who you think you are. So I was like, okay, I want to get them as early as possible. Also, but I want to get them to where it's um, a good for longevity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I came to the ages of, with some help, came to the ages of 10 to 17. So that, because these are the ages where they're really starting to understand or have those core values
yeah, yeah,
of what self love is, what self worth is. And they listen to whoever is around them, and they also listen to whatever they say as truth. So
mm.
if someone says at that age, if someone says that you're ugly or that you're not good enough or give you that feeling, you're going to believe it. And if you're not taught otherwise, you're carrying that throughout
Mm.
your
Yeah,
life
yeah, your life.
and still
Yeah,
having that little, voice in the back of your mind, like, oh, this person told me I wasn't, it could have been a stranger.
yeah,
This person told me I wasn't good enough. So that's the narrative I'm going to carry until, and if no one else tells you otherwise, you're going to carry that into adulthood. And then you're an adult in therapy trying to figure out your childhood wounds.
yeah.
So I
True.
didn't want to
Wow,
let it get to that point. And I feel like 10 to 17 is such a crucial
it
age.
is.
It is. And I feel like a lot of programs that are available, they kind of like skip over that age. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a lot are, very young or um like 18 and up. And it's like, okay, we need them at
yeah.
this
We
this
need the
sweet
middle.
spot,
Yeah, that's
okay?
yeah, yeah.
Because they need to know that they're loved. They need to know they're worthy. They need to know they're chosen. And not only that, they need to know what the truth is that God says about them.
Mm.
That they are a chosen people, a chosen generation.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So that was the vision behind it. And right now, I have a mentorship available for girls within that age group, and we're going through different lessons of teaching them about what self-love is, what it means to be chosen. What does God say about me? Setting those boundaries that I didn't have when
Yeah.
I was younger.
Yeah.
Teaching them how to set those boundaries with their friends, with adults, and really being able to speak their mind respectfully, because kids today
Yeah.
they will speak their
Yeah,
mind,
they
but you
will.
want to make sure you're teaching them respectfully, and like still to respect other people, not just because they're older, but even respect your peers. But just I think that just teaching them those core things, they
Yeah.
can take that throughout their lifetime, so that will kind of not prevent them from going to therapy, but because they could have childhood wounds that I don't even know about, you know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So
Yeah.
but to really get them to understand who God says that they are, that's the goal, that's the vision. um to get them to understand the truth about who their creator told them that
Yes.
they are,
Yeah.
not about what the world tells them, not about what social media says.
Mm-hmm.
And because we get into that comparison trap,
We do. Yeah.
even as
As
adults we do
adults
it.
too.
So
Yeah.
I can imagine growing up with social media.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, like I'm like, the way that the world was back then, social media would have been
Yeah.
a hotter mess than it is
No, I think it'd be worse back
now.
then compared to now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I want them to know that they are so much more than what social media says that they are,
Mm.
or shows them that they are, and they don't have to compare themselves to all these people that are really hurting inside, but
Yes.
putting their best foot forward. You know what
Yes.
I mean? And just showing up online just because of a following, or they get likes or whatever. So I want them to know that they're worth so much more than what the world says that they are.
I totally agree. Yeah, social media, man, can be a blessing and a curse at the
Yes.
same time. Like you mentioned, a lot of people can get on platforms and share certain things, but deep down inside, they're wounded,
Yes.
they're broken, they're going through things that they, don't want to share. And so, now you're right. It could definitely be this facade or this mask that people can put on. And I'm glad that you are tackling that specific age group, only because my sister's son Jeremiah, he's 10,
Mhm.
just turned 10, and so I think that age group is definitely a need for that age. Like you said, it's skipped over.
Yeah.
We're tackling the littles, we're tackling the 18 plus, but there's that middle ground that we
Mhm.
overlook. And so, even for me, trying to be a mentor and a figure for my nephew, while he's in this stage of his life.
Mhm.
So when he does get older, he remember. I remember Uncle shared this with me.
Yeah.
I remember the values he shared with me. I remember the advice he gave me. I remember the wisdom he gave me. So when I get older, I can replay it in my head. I'm like, okay, he told me not to.
Mhm.
And so now I definitely agree with that. That age should definitely be taken care of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and having that relationship, building that relationship, and being able to build that trust with them,
Yes.
they're really going to take what you say and really understand it, implement it. So
Mm-hmm.
I do want to, really build that relationship, build that trust with them as well.
Yeah.
Because with you, as having your nephew, that trust is already there.
Yeah.
So he's going to
Exactly.
remember whatever you told him years to come,
Yeah.
because you've made that difference, because you've built that trust already.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And this is, I mean, even early on, my sister, when he was first born, I remember going to the hospital and holding him in my arms. And as he got older, when my sister wanted, spend time, with friends, I would bring him over to the house and watch
Hmm.
him, take care of him. So, like you mentioned, I built trust
Yeah.
early on. So as he does get older, he's like, okay, Uncle's here. He loves me. He supports me. He's willing to, pour into me. And so, yeah, they remember those things.
Hmm.
Yeah, they remember those
Yeah.
things.
And
Yeah.
most recently, I started doing Bible study, where I'm leading it with a few young people. But one of them, my niece, ended up starting to join,
Wow.
because she's on her journey of, she wants more. She knows that God is real. She wants to build that relationship, but she just doesn't know how.
Mm.
So I'm in the process of helping her walk through that. But one thing she told me was that, I remember when you took me to church. I remember like those things. And I remember how you were such like a person that I can come to when I was younger.
Hmm.
So now, like, she was telling me things that I didn't even realize that I was doing as a
As a
as
young,
a
yeah,
younger kid, because I'm like, I've just known how to be me, and like I said, I knew I was different, and I knew I wanted to, make other people around me feel that love, that joy, that I didn't even know what it was at the time.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
just the joy of the Lord. But yeah, so she's, telling me these things, and I'm like, I'm walking her through like her spiritual journey, and that's just such a joy to even do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Transformation, man. It's everything.
Hmm.
How important is representation and positive role models for young girls? How important you think that is when it comes to that specific age group that you cater to?
Absolutely, very important, because they have to not only feel seen, they have to feel seen, and they have to feel heard, and they have to feel comfortable with someone that can relate.
Mm.
So, having someone that has gone through the troubles or the issues or different things that they've gone through, and being able to pull back from their experience and pour into them from that experience, um, it's like, okay, you know what you're talking about because you've been through it.
Yeah.
So that's so important, to really have that representation and have that mentorship from someone that's been through
Of course.
these things
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
came out on the other side and still going, still growing and learning, and trying to navigate the world like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But just being a guide to help and teach you is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. Who are some of, I guess, some of your mentors, growing up that helped shape and mold Amber to who she is today?
Hmm. Definitely my mom. My mom has always been unknowingly a mentor.
Yeah.
Because you're watching how your parents move. You're watching them, and like I was, I guess, the closest to her, because I was always with her. Like I said, I was in school and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But you're building that relationship, and you're watching everything that they do, so you're learning the good and the bad.
Yeah. You see. Yeah. You see
Yeah,
both.
because no one's
Yeah. Of
perfect.
course.
So you're watching and you're like, okay, that was good. I've learned things from that,
Yeah.
and learned lessons. So my mom was definitely been one of my mentors, and I would say different teachers as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
because I wasn't like I I really enjoyed reading and writing. Like that was my like library, love it.
That's cool.
So I was always that, I guess, nerd back in the day, like um that always wanted to go to the library, always reading books. So teachers kind of instilled that into me,
Wow.
because I was good at reading, I was good at writing. I remember even there was a essay we had to write where I was maybe fourth grade or so, where I guess the essay was so good I got to read it at an assembly.
Wow. Amazing.
But it was just like my comfort zone. It's always been my
Wow.
thing. Like I was reading, I was writing, and I enjoyed it. So
Wow.
to be good at it as well and be acknowledged for it was something like brand new to me.
Wow.
So it was. I think that definitely and builds that confidence in such a young girl.
Wow.
So they need that acknowledgement. They need to know that they're doing okay, because I wouldn't have known.
That's true. That's true. Are you still currently writing to kind of
I
help you get through?
so I definitely journal a lot, but I do want to eventually like write a book.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Online. Y'all heard of Miss Campbell? Yeah. I would definitely look forward to
Yeah.
seeing it, especially you developing the skills at such a young age and having a heart and passion for it. Yeah. I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's cool. Share with us, I guess, a transformation story, considering you are a mentor to these young girls. Walk us through a transformation story of a young lady that you've impacted, and you were like, wow, didn't think it was going to turn out this way, but it did.
Hmm.
So walk us through some of those memorable stories.
I would say I feel like a lot of those transformations happen like because the mentorship is new. I feel like a lot of the transformations happened before I even
Yeah, I
started
got you. Yeah,
officially like
yeah.
mentoring, because I've been in like the brother, big sister
I
program.
remember that. Yeah, yeah,
I've been a mentor before I even, had the business. So I feel like I've mentored people without even knowing.
yeah, yeah.
And then like even like at a previous job, people I've worked with people that are younger than me. So I'm just being me. I'm constantly like I'm of course going to pour into you as far as like, the word of God, and I'm always going to give praise to God, and I'm always going to talk about God. So pouring that into them and teaching them those lessons, I didn't realize that I impacted them in the way that I did until like after it's already done. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that, God brought you into my life, because
Mm-hmm.
I would have never, followed my dream, or I would have never, thought I could do this and go back to school and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like those transformations, they've happened when I didn't even, like, I
Yeah.
wasn't intentional about it.
Intentionally.
So the fact
Yeah.
that now I'm able to be intentional about it, I can't wait to see what God
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Uh, what core values guide, I guess, every decision, program, and message within she has chosen? What are some of those core values for your brand?
I would definitely say transparency, um, authenticity. I want to show up authentically myself, because um, that's all I know how to be.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I want to um, definitely be Christ led, and that's the most important, because he gave me this vision.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that he's at the center of it at all times. I don't want to move in a different direction than he's guiding me.
Yeah.
So I think those like core values, and showing like the girls that I truly care, um, are super important,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to building that trust and building that relationship with them and with their parents as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people just, I feel like people are so used to other people like using them or being fake, or
Mm-hmm.
feeling that they have to live up to this expectation that's unreal, that they're not used to genuine people.
That's
So
good.
I just want to be that genuine person, and just be myself,
Yeah.
to be able to help them in the best way I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Going back to you mentioning, I think it's very, very important and crucial in us being our authentic self, whether it be the younger generation, those that are coming before us. Yeah, I think that's very, very vital, because we don't want to give people a misrepresentation of who we think we are.
Hmm.
Definitely want to make sure that uh, we are sharing our best with them. And so I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well said.
absolutely. I was
Absolutely.
listening to a podcast the other day, and they were saying like it's hard to be someone, like, how there's some people that are just a certain way with different friend groups or different people.
Yeah.
Like I can't keep that up, because I can't remember who I was with you,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then try to be a different person with other people. Like it's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. You exhausting too much
It's
energy trying to be a different
exhausting.
person, a different group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, no matter what space you're in, no matter what room you're in. Just be your
Hmm.
authentic self.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree with that. Why is understanding identity such a crucial foundation when it comes to people's purposes? The reason why I ask this question is because that age group that you target, they do wrestle with, that identity. Who am I? What am I called to do? What am I supposed to be doing? Who am I supposed to be connected to? And so why do you think identity is a very important piece when it comes to purpose?
Yeah. Because if you don't know who you are, you're not going to know where you're going, and you can end up in the wrong place. Um, for the longest time, I thought that I was going to be, well, I was pursuing like pre med
Mm.
for the longest time, and I just wasn't doing well like in the sciences, and like I've never been a great like math and science person.
No,
Let's
me
just
either.
let's just start
Yeah.
there. Like I said, my thing was reading and writing.
Reading and writing, yeah.
Why I tried to go into a profession where it wasn't who I was, and just try and force it, it took me down a very like miserable path,
Mm.
because I was trying to be someone who I was not.
Mm.
And then God reminded me, okay, these are your strengths,
These are
this is
your,
who I called you to be.
yeah,
So just step into that and you'll
yeah,
be fine. So it's so important that people know their identity and who they are and whose they are,
yeah.
so that you can life will just go so much better for you. Like if you it's like trying to go upstream against the waves and
Yeah,
the
in the
wind.
current,
Like
yeah, it's not
that's
gonna,
gonna be
it's
hard.
not gonna
Why would
work.
you fight it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So really knowing who you are and whose you are, and going in that direction is so important, because if not, like you're just lost. Like you're not gonna know where you're going. You're not gonna know what direction to turn because you were never supposed to be on that path.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, well said. Outside of She Is Chosen, I guess, what are some other things that you're looking to put in place in regards to entrepreneurship? What are some other things that you're looking to do? What can we expect
Yes.
from Miss Campbell?
I mean, well, the book eventually. But I just want to also do more like speaking engagements and empowering when it comes to girls and especially like going to schools and stuff like that. So I would love to do more of that.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. Same here. You mentioned earlier using the analogy of going against the current and
Hmm.
fighting it. Uh, for me, I've even found myself doing the same thing, but God had to remind me, like, hey, this is your space. This is what I've called you to. This is where you're comfortable at. This is where you're really able to showcase your personality and your love for it, whether it be podcasting, whether it be doing content, whether it be teaching, Sunday school, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
This is your niche, and so this what I've called you into. Even mentorship, I've gotten from numerous of people like, hey, random people just tell me like, Willie, you're called to young men
Mm.
to pour into them, to mentor them, to coach and shape them. And I was like, okay.
Yes.
Trying to wrap my
We
head
need
around like,
that.
I'm like, okay, guys, this is the direction I need to go in. I'll move in faith and do it. And so, but there is a need for our young men being coached and
Hmm.
mentored and pouring into specifically that age group that you
Yes.
mentioned, because they're trying to figure it out.
They're
If
trying to
they
figure
don't
out
have
who
the
they
right,
are.
yeah, if they don't have the
Hmm.
right mentors and male figures in their life, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Because I went
Hmm.
through that, as a young child, trying to navigate, not having solid male figures early on. That could
Hmm.
be a detriment to you when you get older. And so I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
uh, put the put the young men in place, and I'll do
Hmm.
what I can to, yeah, get them right. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
we're not meant to navigate life alone.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are not. We need other people. We need people pouring into us to
yeah,
recognize our strengths. Because a lot of people, we don't know our strengths until other people are observant
yeah.
and they tell us, like, you're really good at this. You're
Mm-hmm.
really good. And we would never think because it's just something that we do
That we do
naturally.
naturally. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
And when you were speaking, one of the quotes that I heard recently, just um, where you were speaking, it reminded me, no one can beat you at being you.
Yes, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that
So it's like,
before.
why not be you?
Yeah, yeah,
Why not? Because you're the only person that can be who you were created to be.
yeah.
So why try to be who other people want you to be? Why try to be who you see on TV or in this case, social media? Why try to be that person when you can't be them?
Mm-mm.
And God created you to be who you
Uniquely
are
you.
specifically
Yes.
supposed to be on this earth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no one can beat you at being you.
Another way that say it, one of my business coaches, Rodney Reed, he always says the best work you can do is the work you do on yourself.
Hmm.
That's where it starts. You are your own project.
Yes.
You have to have the ability to take the time to look in the mirror and examine yourself. Okay, here's the areas I need to work on. This is the areas that I'm strong in. Let me
Hmm.
continue to perfect this area and get better at it. I
Yeah.
mean, because at the end of the day, God ain't doing all the work.
Hmm.
He gonna expect you to do
Yeah.
something.
You gotta
And so,
meet him
you
halfway.
got to meet him halfway. So no, I totally agree.
Yeah, personal development is so
Yeah,
important, and I'm so glad that I learned about personal development at a young age. I used to be in a network marketing company when I was in my early 20s, and that really opened my eyes to personal
wow,
development.
wow,
Hearing all these inspirational speakers, reading all these books that help you to become a better you,
yeah,
that changed my world.
wow,
Like
wow.
since then, I've been on a you know ever going personal development journey. I'm like, okay, how can I be a better me?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well
yeah.
said. Those that are watching, those that are listening, I guess, what are some book recommendations that you have read that helped shape and mold you?
Hmm. I would say, of course, I'm drawing a blank now, but Think and Grow Rich
Oh yeah, I still
for
got that book and I
sure.
haven't read it. I
Um,
have it though.
yes, How to Win Friends and Influence People,
I have that. Is that what was that, Dale Carnegie or John Maxwell?
Dale
Dale
Carnegie. But
Carnegie.
John Maxwell's books are really
That
good
yeah,
too,
I have one of
and I've
his.
seen him in person as well.
Wow,
So
wow.
yeah, really, really good. The Bible, of course, number one. That'll really show you who you are.
Yes, it will.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm
Mhm.
just constantly just I love when people make recommendations to me because it'll help me to be a better me.
Yeah.
So if y'all have recommendations, put them in the comments.
Yes, please. Yes, please
Yes,
put them
for
in there.
sure.
You mentioned seeing John Maxwell in person. That's pretty cool. I had
Mm,
another guest prior who's in the motivational and keynote speaking space, and he said he went to an event where John Maxwell was there. How was that experience in helping you be confident in speaking?
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's such a he speaks like directly to you. Like he's speaking in a room but like speaking directly to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it makes sense.
And he'll say like, "Hi, I'm John and I'm your friend." And he's like whatever he's saying, it doesn't even matter. Like he'll talk directly as if he's talking to you.
Mm.
And it's such a powerful thing because it's like it's that intimate space
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
where you really feel seen, you really feel heard, and it was great.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you feel like you've gained a lot of, I guess, feedback from that experience and helping you when it comes to certain speaking engagements that you've been a part of?
I would say so because it makes me want to show up more confidently as
Yeah,
me because everyone has a voice. It's just a matter of when you find it.
that's good. That's good.
And so
Mm.
I feel like in those spaces, you see other people do it. You see where they have come from and how they may have been shy. You like everyone has a story where you can relate to in a
Mm-hmm.
certain way. You can
Yeah.
relate to some part of their story. So showing up confidently in who you are is so powerful because you never know who needs to hear your story. You never know who it can help. And if you didn't show up, then they never hear
Mm, wow.
it.
Key
So
word. Show up. That's
show
that's
up.
that's a phrase that we go by here, man, with
Mm,
our staff here at the library. We're one big family, man, and that's one word that we all go by, man, is show up,
yeah.
show up for our community, show up for those who are walking in and out these doors, very well diverse. Because people are leaning on you, people are counting on you. And so yeah, we all go through different things in life and life be life
Yes.
for a lot of us. But yeah, as we continue to show up, I believe the Lord to give us that strength, continue to move forward. But yeah, it's one big family here, one big community.
I love that.
Um, we build relationships with regular patrons that come in and out these doors
Mhm.
because we want to make sure that uh, it's a place of comfort. It's a place of intimacy and all of that. And so yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorites in that space. I don't know if you've heard of Inky Johnson.
I feel
He's
like
a
I have.
a keynote speaker as well, and I learned a lot from him because, like you mentioned earlier, we all have a voice. It's just a matter of when we find it,
Mhm.
we can really tap into pouring into those that need it.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
definitely agree. Going back to She Is Chosen,
Mhm.
I guess what does a safe space look like in your programs twofold, and why is it important for young girls? What would you say?
Yeah, I would say a safe space looks like a place where you can show up as yourself, whoever that may be, and be able to just confidently like be you and speak and be able to be open with what's going on. As long as it's that trust is built. And I feel like the girls that I have in my mentorship right now, they're so amazing. But I feel like they've even opened up fairly quickly
Mm,
with letting me know, what's going on in their lives and school or their personal lives. One of my girls, she was saying that she has the issue of like I was saying, showing up as a different person with a different
different
with different
groups.
groups.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're working with her through that
Wow.
because showing up authentically is who you ultimately want to do, like want to be. Um, because it's like we were saying, it's tough to show up as multiple people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
it sucks to have like those multiple friend groups where you can only do certain things with um as an adult.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, I just want all my friend groups to get along. So
Yeah, yeah,
so, helping her through that, it'll help her to set those boundaries and help her to clarify her identity as well.
yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
having that safe space is so important because if she wasn't able to express that to me, we wouldn't be able to address it.
Yes, yes, that's true. But I think
Mhm.
that goes back to what you mentioned earlier, uh, you being your authentic self towards
Mhm.
them, because they won't open up unless you're being, authentic towards them as well. Going
Mhm.
back to what I talked about earlier with my nephew, starting, at a young age and building that trust early on, because it's only so much they'll be willing to share, but you have
Yes.
to create that space for them. And so
Mhm.
I definitely agree. How many do you have in your program so far?
Right now, about 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. How, on the flip side of that, how was our relationship with I guess, the parents of these daughters? Have you built relationships with those? How are
Mhm.
those going?
I would say it's an open relationship. If they have concerns about, certain things that they want me to kind of talk to their daughters about, there's a open, open forum for them to be able to have those discussions with me. They have my personal contact information. So
Yeah.
if there's anything that they need assistance with, or if they um, just feel like they need a little bit more support, I'm open to my purpose is to partner with the parents
Yes. Yeah.
to not like go against how they're raising their child, because you want to make sure that I'm adding to the value that their parents already bring.
Already. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well
So
said.
yeah, building that connection, that relationship with the parent is so important, because if they don't trust you, they're not going to trust you with their
Yeah.
child.
Of course.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree. I guess, what tools or exercises have been most effective in helping girls break from these negative beliefs of themselves? And the reason why I ask is because you mentioned earlier on how this specific age group deals with rejection and how rejection can affect, who they are as they get older. And
Mhm.
so for you in your online mentorship program, what are some tools or exercises that you use to help them get over those things?
Mm. I would say showing them people in the Bible that they can relate to. One of the ones that we did recently was the story of Esther.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, how
yeah,
she was chosen as queen, even though she didn't necessarily feel like she was equipped. She didn't necessarily feel,
yeah,
um, you know, that she was the one, but she was chosen.
she was.
And she ended up being able to save her whole, the Jewish
Yeah,
people
yeah,
because of the position that she showed up to be in, and
yeah,
she's stepped into that place with authority, and not even risking her life.
yeah. That's true.
So
Yeah.
just being able to show them in the Bible different people that God used, so that
Mm,
they can relate in a certain way, and then we'll of course do affirmations as well. And one thing that we've been doing is we'll have like the negative things that they've heard about themselves, or that people, or main like negative things that people tell them at that age.
mm-hmm.
And then we'll combat it with the word of God.
I like that.
So, if they're saying that they're not good enough, combating it, saying that
Yeah.
you are a chosen people, God loves you, like different scriptures. And
Yeah, to counteract, yeah, that
mhm.
negative belief.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so then they'll be able to take that, like I'll give them a little index card so they can write those things. And they also have journals as well,
that's cool.
so they'll be able to write those things so that they remember when they have those down times
Mm,
where it's like, okay, I'm not feeling like I'm good enough today,
yeah.
or someone said something really negative to me at school, so I need this card to
Yeah, to
remind
remind
me.
me of,
Yeah,
wow.
so
Yeah,
hmm
I like that. Yeah. For She Is Chosen, is it mainly you, or do you have a team in place that helps you, I guess, build this brand?
so I have board members, but it's mainly me as far as like the implementation part of it.
Okay,
Hmm.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
we're looking to grow our team.
Yeah.
So if you know people, let me know.
I guess, what do you see She Is Chosen in regards to this future generation, or even in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you see the big vision for She Is Chosen? Where do you see that going?
Hmm. I see us also. So I'm in the process right now of transitioning to um, the online space,
Mm-hmm.
so that I
Yeah.
can not only help the girls but also help their parents as well. So that'll be a space where they come together so that they're both learning the things that we're
Yeah,
teaching
yeah,
so that they can implement it at home and feel, not only feel comfortable with what the girls are learning, but also they may have not been taught these things. So they're learning at the same time,
yeah,
and really being able to implement at home, and knowing how to pour into their girls,
yeah,
in a way that they're wasn't poured into them,
yeah.
as a youth. So I definitely see it expanding.
Okay.
I w- I want to be have big audacious dreams. So I want to say globally. Um,
Yeah, speak it, man. Hey, you have not because you asked.
exactly. So, but yeah, only God knows how big this is going to be. But I really feel like the 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 huge impact that it's going to make.
Yeah,
I really do.
yeah,
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 and then being able to like speak on different stages, whether it's conferences
yeah,
or just big arenas.
yeah,
I see that.
yeah. Okay, Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey.
I mean, here we go.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can definitely see that too. I would just say, keep going, keep being consistent, keep
Hmm.
showing up, for that age group and those young girls, because they need it. They need those mentors. They need those positive role models,
Hmm.
early on. So, like we said earlier, as they do get older and start to pursue their goals and dreams and their careers, they can remember. I remember Miss Amber pouring into me. I remember being a part of our mentorship program. I
Hmm.
remember the affirmations. I remember writing these things down. So when negative beliefs would come, I could counteract it because of
Hmm.
what she taught me. And so yeah, I would say,
Yeah.
fam, keep keep going, keep pushing,
Thank
keep moving
you.
forward. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for you. Let's talk about partnerships. I think partnerships is definitely important.
Hmm.
That's one thing that we're really, really big on here at the library, seeing how can we partner with other organizations to push, the things that we do here, whether it be adult program all the way down to the little kids. I showed
Hmm.
you, our youth area,
Yes.
a lot of the different things that we're trying to accomplish. And so we understand that we can't do that by ourselves. And
Hmm.
so intentionality is so important when it comes to partnering with the right people.
Hmm.
uh, that's one. This one phrase I had the principal of Uplift up the street, Alton Jackson, on the show. He was like, "We have to get to a point to where we're moving the needle,
Yes.
moving forward, and
Hmm.
getting the right people in place because it takes a team.
Yes.
It takes a team
Absolutely.
to be able to accomplish goals and dreams. So for you, I guess what type of partnerships are you looking to build to strengthen your brand's impact? What are
Yeah.
some of those?
I would definitely say I want to partner with school districts for sure. I think that would be very key because they already have the population.
Yeah, yeah,
But also that will help me to partner with their parents. So not only doing like events for the schools, but being able to then like make, I don't know, even in partner with other different types of schools. So
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
think I think schools and libraries, since we're here,
Yeah,
would be a great partnership,
yeah,
to really expand and to grow and to get she is chosen out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely think that will that will definitely work for you. I think
Hmm.
partnering with schools is definitely vital, and especially in the education
Hmm.
field. You mentioned your mother being in education, still
Hmm.
grinding, still
Yes.
going, and
Yes.
so I know
Still
you
loves it.
learned. Yeah, still loves it. Even though we know the education system and a lot of teachers, don't get the pay that they deserve. A lot of people are in it because they have a passion for it
Yes.
and they have a heart for,
Hmm.
taking care of our babies and our children. So yeah, I think you definitely in what you're doing can definitely help, in that arena. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, definitely go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
would say also, with different organizations that are already catering to that age group too. I know that there are a few in the DFW area. So even building those partnerships and being able to do stuff together with them, I think that would be a great opportunity as well.
yeah,
Because it's about the kids, it's about the girl. It's not about competition. It's more so I want to build that partnership rather than it being like, oh, it's either you or me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I want to be able to impact as many girls as possible in that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I love how you mentioned earlier, as far as your online program, not just catering to the youth, but also bringing their parents in and have allowing them to be involved as well. Because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, even though we're adults, there's still things we need to learn
Yeah.
and unpack and be better versions of ourselves as well. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us are still, kids at at heart,
Yes.
and so there's still some things that we can always learn and grow and get better. I always have conversations with my big sis Rita, who's on the other side over there. We're always learning. No matter what
Absolutely.
age you are, no matter where you come from, we are always learning. That's a continual process. You never get too old not to learn.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely agree and love how you bring the parents in so that they can implement those same things and take them back home. So I love that.
Absolutely. Because
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be new for a lot of parents because that generation didn't necessarily grow up with, programs that poured into them. They may have had like after school programs or, little things, but to really pour into them with the truth of the word of God, I feel like that's a different concept.
Yeah.
It's more than just inspiration. It's principles to live by.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. 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 Can't just have inspiration.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have transformation. Something has
Mhm.
to be there has to be a change of behavior
Yes.
and going forward. So yeah, I definitely agree.
Mhm.
Before we close the show, those that are watching, those that are listening, this is one of my favorite segments of the show. What's your library joy? As we discuss our experiences with libraries and working with them, but also getting Miss Amber's input,
Yeah.
insight on our lovely library expansion project. We're in the process of pushing and moving forward and grinding. Shout out to our library director, executive director, let me correct that, Michael Harjig, and also our library manager Rita Wilson, who has been doing the legwork, man, trying to put us in the right position to connect with the right people
Yeah.
so that we can make this dream come true.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess, Amber, share with us some of your experiences with. I know you mentioned a few of them, but I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure you might have more.
Yeah. Growing up, I feel like the library was my safe space. It was a place that I can come to explore. I can learn. I grew up in the time where we literally used the. Do you remember the Dewey Decimal System?
I do. Yeah, I believe we. Yeah,
Do y'all still use
yeah, we.
that?
we use that.
So yeah, so just growing up and learning how to navigate the library and just learning what you can get from it. Literally, the world is at your fingertips in the
Yeah,
library. So I remember just going to different programs, whether it's us being read to in the youth center or
yeah,
them having like a summer program, a book reading program, where you pretty much just a little competition where you would just see how many books you can read over the summer,
yeah,
and then you get a prize at the end of the summer, that kind of thing. But I just remember it being like just such a safe space that I can be in for hours.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
can get lost in a book. So I'm
You're
honestly
like the third person that said that on the show. Like
yeah.
books take you on different journeys, so
Yes,
it's crazy to say
yes.
that.
So, and then I wasn't reading like self-help books. So,
Yeah,
just being, embraced in like, submerged into whatever those characters' lives are. And
yeah,
I feel like that helps you to dream.
yeah.
It
I,
really
I
helps you
could
to
agree.
dream because you don't know what you don't know. You've only know by your experiences.
Yeah,
So if you're exposing yourself to other people's experiences, whether fantasy or fiction or um, their biographies and everything, because
yeah,
we had to do that too
yeah.
growing up.
Biographies. Yeah,
Learning about different people and their experiences that expands your mind to what could be for you.
yeah,
So that it helps you to dream and just be outside of who you thought you could be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely agree. Yeah, working here, man, it's definitely been amazing. It's definitely been a blessing. Like I mentioned earlier, so many people who have come through here, we built relationships with different programs we put in place. Like during our summer reading, we had this carnival thing where they could,
Nice.
win prizes with certain tickets. We had different reading challenges in place for them to earn tickets and win prizes and our display out there. And so, yeah, we definitely push literacy here to make sure we
Nice.
innovate different programs. Even during Valentine's Day, we had this thing called blind date with a book, where
Oh.
we wrap the books. We'll put different quotes on the front of the book. So if it interests you, you can check it out, and then we'll give you a little goodie bag when you leave. And so, yeah, we definitely try to find ways to make sure that we implement, reading
I love
and literacy,
that.
yeah, to
Yes.
draw
Wait, is
attention.
that only for kids or can I
No, that's
also
everybody.
partake? Okay.
Yeah, there's kids and
I'm coming back.
adults. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we'll be, Miss Lauren will be doing that next February. But yeah,
Nice.
it's
Okay.
cool, and it's definitely, from what I can remember, it's definitely increased circulation. So yeah, it's definitely important. Even me coming here, last year, one of I love sports, so one of the first books I picked up was the biography of Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Because I wanted to understand his mindset, not just on the court but off the court.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely been a cool journey
Yeah.
working here. Some of the programs we do, because I just thought, okay, you check out a book, you do, print a paper, whatever the case may be. When I got here, like, man, they on a whole nother whole nother level of some of the
Yes.
programs that they were doing. And so yeah, it's definitely been a blessing, because we're all about serving the community. What are
Mhm.
those needs? So
Yeah.
uh,
The library is a powerful place.
yeah,
It really is.
yeah, yeah. Miss Amber, I guess before we close, kind of give us some of your input, insight. I know I walked you through our beautiful expansion,
Yes.
and so I guess from what you saw, what are some things you would be excited to see being put in place?
Yeah. Absolutely the youth area for
Yeah,
sure. I'm really excited to see how that expands and everything that you're able to do with it, especially I love the idea of the calming rooms.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Because sometimes you just need a place to sit silent and just calm down and breathe. I'm thinking of like meditation,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
be just calm and cool and collected. Like sometimes you just need that time.
yeah. You do.
Hmm. So, and the
Yeah,
library is already a calming place. So to have a place inside that
inside of
space
space.
to
Yeah,
just be like, I love that.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. We did a library tour when I got here last year. I was at the end of it, and we went to different libraries to get different ideas of what we
Hmm.
want to look like here on a lower scale. And so they had different choir room spaces,
Nice.
So I definitely think that'd be a huge deal for us, where the parents can come in and you know, um, take care of their kids, bring them back in the story
Yes.
time, and all those different things. And so, yeah, definitely excited to see that. For me, I'm definitely excited to see um, the ranch style view, on the
Yes.
outside, because
That's
I
gonna be
think,
beautiful.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
Like we talked about earlier, on representation is everything, appearance is everything. And so when
Hmm.
people see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I call it an attention grabber.
Yes.
It'll draw them in. So they see them like, okay, it looks like that on the outside. I can
Hmm.
imagine what it looks like on the inside.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, definitely want to make sure we have visibility,
Hmm.
uh, drawing traffic over here. And so, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're excited for the journey.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it come to. I love seeing things before they happen.
yeah,
So to be able to see the vision and then come back and actually see it come to fruition is just like, wow,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah. I
amazing.
remember before I closed, just studying the founder of this library, Miss Geraldine Harvey. I was seeing photos of her, with shovels and digging dirt, like you
Wow.
mentioned, seeing it before you see it,
Hmm.
knowing that this will happen. It might be some challenges, it might be
Yeah.
some issues, but it's going to happen, and it did happen. And so, even some other things that she done, I remember studying who she was. She also had a voting campaign to where it went towards serving underserved communities that didn't have libraries like
Wow.
Forest Hill. So
Mm.
just learning who Miss Harvey was and what she stood for, her passion, her perseverance, her resilience, definitely showed, and it came into fruition. And
I
we just
love
wanted to
that.
continue to add on top of it. So
Love it. Love it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Great show, man. Thank
Yeah.
you, Miss Amber Campbell, for being on the show today. I think we had some great dialogue, great conversation. I'm excited to see what comes forth, longevity wise, in regards to she is chosen,
Yes.
in your online brand and all that good stuff.
Thank
So I
you.
look forward to seeing that.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much. It was such a joy to be here.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm coming back.
Yes, please come back. I know I talked to you about our adult programming that's coming up in January.
Yes,
Yeah, so yeah, please come back and hang out with us.
will do.
Yeah, yeah. This is Ordinary Conversation with Extraordinary People. We definitely had an amazing show today with Miss Amber, her sharing her journey, her walk, how she's mentoring these young girls and then developing them into the women they should be called to be. So we will see you guys next week right back here in these orange seats, staying in this library space with Dr. Sarah Ryan. I'm definitely interested in that conversation. So we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.